Good morning, everyone. So, today I am doing a video on replacing the ignition control module in your 1992 to possibly, I believe, 1996 Corvette C4. And I'm betting the 1991 may even have this. This part right here is very important. I don't think people even realize that this part needs to be changed on a Corvette. You have your coil, of course, and you also have your OptiSpark. Well, there's another little hiccup in the system, and this is possibly, and I'm going to try and save people some money here today. Anybody that subscribes to my channel, I'm going to try and save you some money on a lot of repairs. So this one right here is for the ignition control module. What can I say about this? That's good. I can tell you this right now. You're going to have to replace this at some point. It is located in a bad spot on the Corvette. Unfortunately, it's right above the coil. Takes on a lot of heat and starts to deteriorate. Some of the symptoms: 1, missing, misfire. 2 is a good one. It's basically the car starts, but as it warms up, the ignition control module warms up, car shuts down. Or 3, the car just won't start at all. I have had the misfire issue from this. So I bought one. Actually, I bought 2 now. I have one on hand in case the other one goes bad, because they can. There is a product that you buy for computers. It's like a grease. Do not use dielectric grease. Dielectric grease does not work for this. That is not what it's for. You have to use a computer grease, which I will do another video, and I actually have some. You can buy it on, I believe it was eBay. It comes in little packets. It's like a computer heat dissipating grease. You have to have it. So let's open this box, shall we? Sorry, I'm keeping you guys table side down for a second. All right, here she be in all her glory. This is your ignition control module. Now, I want everybody under the sound of my voice that has a 1992 Corvette or later, maybe even 91, to look at this. It is a part that usually sells in stores for $300. What a freaking ripoff. To be honest, it don't matter if it's AC Delco. This thing, I put one in, it works perfect. It didn't cost me $300. I went on Amazon, it cost me $36. There are places, yes, where you can find this part even $30. But if you go to your auto parts store, you're paying $300 for this thing. I've even seen them as high as $400. It's ridiculous, in my opinion. I wouldn't spend that much money. I don't care if it is AC Delco, to be honest, because honestly, this part's doing the same job, and it cost me a lot less, and it's very well made. But this is your ignition control module. Make sure you put the metal heat shield back on that goes behind it. It can be a pain in the neck to get it lined up. But there are 2 bolts. It sits, I think, kind of like that. No, wait. This way. No, I was right the first time. So they sit this way, believe it or not. And if you put your grease around the bottom, like right in this area, do not cover all this. This is a bad idea to cover this. It's going to get hot. That's just the way it is. But do not cover this right here. Don't cover any of this up right here. But you can put your grease around this bottom layer, like all the way around it. And when you put that grease on there, what it does is it starts to keep the heat from hitting the actual control module. There are 4 pins inside the plug-in. Be careful. This is not a very hard, well, I mean, it can be. Be careful not to strip out these bolts, because these bolts are like 13, 14 bucks a piece. And if you do strip them out, it can be a pain in the neck. But that is the part number. Oops, I don't want to do that. This is the box that it came in. Okay, it's not fancy. I mean, there's nothing majorly fancy about this box, as you can tell. I got you the part number. This part number, I think, goes all the way up to 96. If not, look it up. There are other control modules, I'm sure. But if you have a probably 1992 to 1996 Corvette, you better be looking for this thing. Because this is the booger right here that you'll spend thousands of dollars trying to figure out what's wrong with your car. And that's the one. Trust me. I have done a lot on these cars. This one right here was the one that I said, you know what, I don't need it. I did the EGR, I did all the purge solenoids, I did all the other crap. I don't need this. Well, guess what? I was wrong. This part right here will cause your car to run like garbage. This is a simple part. It is a cheap part if you find it at the right place. Go to Amazon.com. Look up 1992 through 1996 Corvette base model ZR1, whatever you have, ignition control modules. These cars do have the control module. Now the 1992, which is very surprising to me, is the only year that does not have a mass airflow sensor. Every other year has a mass airflow sensor on it for the C4. But the 1992 is still using kind of the old, we don't need a mass air sensor setup. It is actually controlled all through the computer. Well, OBD, but it is not basically an OBD2. The OBD2 did not come out in Corvette until 1993, I believe. So, in 1992, you were still running the old style computer, which you can hop into. You can actually jump it and see all the codes come up. We'll do that sometime too. It will actually tell you which codes you need to look at, but that's just a code. Once you find the code, you've got to do all the discovering and research, which can take time. I have done tons of research on the C4. There is, I mean, it is a good car. It really is. People don't give it its props. It doesn't get near as much hype as some of the other Corvettes. But there are issues, unfortunately. And until you find those issues, you'll keep having problems. But this right here, I'm hoping helps somebody that's having a problem with their C4. Just change this little guy. I mean, you can have this thing tested. I'm sure, if I'm not mistaken, AutoZone tests these things. There's part stores that test them, and a lot of times they'll fail. And if they fail, well, then your ignition's failing, and that would be your problem. And I will conclude this with saying, give this a shot. Be careful when you're taking it off. Be careful when you're putting it on. And always be safe. Thank you.